Hey guys, it's Miguel with In Plain Sight Security and Readiness. Going to make a video today about, it was a request by one of my subscribers about pretty much preparedness, the type of events you should prepare for, and pretty much prioritizing what you should prepare for. Now, my opinion is you should always prepare for that one thing that has the highest probability of happening. And the reason I say that, because you pretty much can't prepare for it, because more than likely you'll see it coming. For example, I live here in Florida. Our biggest thing is hurricanes. And usually we know when they form, because it's usually a tropical depression, becomes a tropical storm, blah, 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 then hurricane, then it goes through the categories. And so if I was new to prepping and stuff like that, I pretty much get water enough for, a month. Get food for about a month, depending on how bad, the storm's going to be. Where I'm at in Florida, and the direct hit is going to be. Me, I'm in the center of the state, so it's usually not that bad. It usually gets to me at a category 1, 2 tops. It's never, ever that bad. But for me, that's the one thing that I would be a priority for me, because that can happen. It very realistically can happen at any time, and you pretty much will only have like a week's notice, when you really know, hey, this is gonna hit. And then that's when you're gonna make your determination: do you stay or do you go? Do you evacuate? Where do you go to? So for me, it's pretty much the direct threat for where you live at. Some people live up north, and snowstorm and ice storms are the biggest threats. So, and even though, it may be winter and you're up there, but maybe there's a snowstorm that's going to be so bad that you're not going to be able to go to work, you're not going to be able to leave your home, you may lose power. So then you got to think, okay, how am I going to heat up my home? Do I have enough food to survive for however long I'm going to be cooped up in the house? Do I have enough water? Am I going to be able to heat up water, like heat up some of the snow so that it'll melt, so that I have water, for both drinking, cooking, sanitation, so that, for me, that would be the first thing you would prepare for. Now, once you start preparing for anything, it's going to evolve into the other stuff you prepare for. Because, you may be preparing for a hurricane or some kind of natural disaster or just something, that Mother Nature throws at you. But then maybe there's other stuff you may want to prepare for future stuff. Like, for example, a lot of people, they're preparing for a blackout. Maybe, it could be a solar flare or EMP, or someone detonates a nuke above the United States or city, and next you know, the power grid goes down, and everything electronic goes down. So people prepare for that. People are preparing for the economic collapse. They believe there's going to be an economic collapse. Okay, so they're preparing for that. Or, so on and so on. But the thing is, with stuff like that, if you're just now starting, you're not going to be prepared for it. So, there's no reason for you to get into that mentality, I need to get ready right now. Because one, for example, economic collapse, that's not something that is going to instantaneously happen. That's something that's going to gradually happen over time. And again, you're going to have time for it. But, an EMP, or something where a blackout, where all electricity goes down. Unless you're prepared for it, it doesn't matter. there's no need for you to get that Faraday cage or stock up on other stuff that's non-electronically, use if, it doesn't matter. You're not prepared for it now. So whether you have it or don't have it, it doesn't matter. So, when it comes to like preparing for stuff, me, like I said, I prepare for stuff that I think is very realistic is going to happen. I know with some of these videos, I do speak about, prepping or survivalism and stuff like that. Me, naturally, I'm more of a readiness, type guy. For me, the threat is already here. It's here in front of me every day. So I'm always looking for something to happen right now. So I'm already prepared for, or I try to prepare enough for what's going to happen now. Should I get mugged, someone draws a weapon on me, or, home invasion, something like that, that's what I believe in the most. Technically I'm a prepper because I'm preparing for something. There was a time when I was, really into it. Back when our economy took a hit, the bubble bursted with the housing market, 2007, 2008, really 2008, and after that, and I learned about prepping. I learned how to food storage, how to vegetable garden. I learned about water purification, how to acquire water, different ways of creating fire, stuff like that, survival skills, because in that situation I didn't know more or less, but things recovered. And then what I noticed was really going on was just the amount of violence going on nowadays in the world. Put that off. People hating each other. There's hate crimes. There's a lot of active shooters. People are desperate for money, so they're ambushing people for what they have in their homes. People will rob you for the shoes you wear. And that's, to me, is ridiculous. And me, I'm a family guy. I'm a widower, and I have both of my kids who I protect. And I tell you what, I've already lost one loved one. I'm not going to lose my kids. So, that's where I'm all about readiness. I'm prepared right now, and I'm worried about the threat that's in front of me right now. So that being said, got a little bit of a history on me. So, yeah, I hope that answered your question about what to prioritize when it comes to preparation, and what to prepare for, what you should prioritize when especially if you're starting off to prepare for whatever it's in the area you're at right now. Whether it be mudslides, flooding, forest fires, hurricanes, tornadoes, storms, ice storms, blizzards, so on and so forth. Prioritize for that, and then prioritize for now, because I'm telling you, the threat around is now. At any given time, you could get mugged, you can get a weapon pulled out on you, you can get carjacked, home invasion. That's like the big thing now. So, you don't hear too many people preparing for stuff like that now, and that's what you should, because that's an imminent threat now. Yeah, economic collapse can happen, and EMP could happen. But a lot of times, if something like that should happen, people are going to become even more desperate. And if you can't defend yourself, then you're going to have issues. So you got to find out what your security mechanism is, be it be weapons, hand-to-hand combat, endurance, whatever it is. You need to figure that out now, because that's how you're going to survive. So, guys, thanks for watching. Go Go ahead and let me know. Give me some feedback on the message of this video. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Go ahead and share if you like it. And like always, be humble, stay alert, and always be ready. Till next time, guys.